Alright my friends, my name is Jack Billings and I'm the CEO and founder of Shed Knives, and today I have a very cool video today. I'm going to do a Q&A. This is the first Q&A I've done in quite a few months, so this will be very exciting. But anyways, question of the day, what are you carrying? For me, I have my CRKT M16. But anyways, this is my folder I'm carrying, so let me know what you're carrying in the comments. And let me know what your favorite knife material is. So you get two questions of the day. What you're carrying and favorite knife material. So let me know in the comments so we can continue the discussion, and let's get into the Q&A. Alright, first things first. What time frame will you start to roll out the 2024 models? Great question. I am looking to get these out end of February or early March. I'm thinking more early March though, simply because stuff just doesn't show up within a day or two. When you order hundreds of pounds of material, it takes a while to get here. So I'm going to say beginning of March, but I am working for end of February. So I'm still getting all my 2023 orders out, still working on priority order. There's quite a few, and I'm very impressed with it. I'm very thankful for that. Just a lot of knives to get out before I can move on to the 24s. So hope that helps. Number two, are you planning on milling a design into your scales in the future? I'm going to interpret this two ways. One being like an actual design, like the Shed Knives logo design, or two, my second interpretation of this is mill a pattern. Like, for example, I have another CRKT, not carrying this one today, but there's a texture pattern on here, and that can be milled in. For the design, I don't believe I'll be putting any logos or anything like that in, any symbols. I don't believe I'll be doing that. But if you're talking about texturing, I'm going to keep the texturing pretty much the same as the 23s. And that way it gives a nice natural kind of rough finish to it, because I don't like my G10 smooth where it just slides out of your hand. So I'm going to keep that the same. Maybe some different texturing later on. I might do that one. So we'll see. We will see on the different texturing, but in the meantime I'm just going to stick to what I know, stick to what I know works, and move from there. Alright, number three, have you thought about doing any limited runs where you have the same color kydex as the knife itself has on it? So basically, if you have a Tiffany blue G10 knife, then the kydex sheath is Tiffany blue as well, which they make because there's tons of colors of kydex. Yes, I have thought about that, and I would like to do that for a special run. I have a few ideas in mind about doing that with either 2 or 3 knives, and maybe changing up the liners a little bit, doing a different color liner. But yes, I have thought about that one. I don't have any plans to do that, but yes, I have thought about that. And just so you guys know, before moving on, I'm keeping these questions anonymous just because I don't want people to like say, hey, why are you advertising my channel? Or even though they don't have like big followings, but why are you doing that? So I just want to keep people anonymous. If they want to claim a question, please go ahead in the comments. In the meantime, we're just here for the questions. So just had to clarify that one. Anyways, moving on. Who taught you knife making and or CNC operating? Or are you 100% self-taught? All the best. Well, thank you very much. So, sort of. Self-taught, I would say I had to do self-finding, if that makes sense. Like, I had to go find resources. I had to do that myself. Nobody really came to me. Nobody was like, hey, I know a guy. He'll teach you exactly what you need to know. I had to go do that stuff on my own. So, like YouTube, I had to do all my own research. I don't consider myself self-taught completely, only because I use so many resources. Now, self-taught, some people may consider that self-taught, but for me, yes, I did a lot of personal trial and error and figuring things out and trying to find stuff that works in my shop. Yes, I have done a ton ton of that, but I have used quite a few resources on YouTube, social media, online, just general searches. So I've done quite a bit of that. And then I have, like, for example, I have to give credit to Stroop Knives. They brought me in for 2 days into their shop, 2 really full days, and I learned so much from them. I learned a ton of Kydex stuff from them, so really helpful. They also gave me a lot of like supplier stuff, supplier vendor info, just so I could get better materials pretty much. So that definitely helped. So yes, I have used other resources, other makers, but I'll be honest, a lot of my own style that comes just from my trial and error. So however you want to interpret that, whether I'm self-taught or not, great. I don't consider myself self-taught, but a lot of the things I've done, I've figured out by myself. So I'll let you be the judge. Anyways, specs for the 2024 Mini Skewer, or the Skewer Lite. So the 2024 Mini Skewer is going to be 5 inches or less. I've not decided exactly. And the only reason why I haven't decided exactly is because I can cut different sizes. So I'm going to cut some different lengths, different, I guess, scales of the skewer, and see from there, and go from there, pick. But it will be less than 5 inches, I know that for sure. It will also have no scales at all. It will be like a skeleton knife. So very light, 154 cm, flat grinds on there, most likely flat grinds. Let's see, Kydex sheath, pretty simple, stonewash. Yeah, that seems about it, but no G10 scales at all. It will be completely skeleton knife. Very light, super cool. This is kind of like a loaded question, but I like it. This is the longest one of them all. Hey, what was the reason you chose CM154 or 154 CM? Is it because, like VG10, it's just a very balanced high carbon stainless steel? Also heat treatment, cryo. It just sounds like a great performance combination. Well, thank you very much. So I'll kind of tackle this one by one. What was the reason you chose 154 CM? I chose 154 CM because it is the perfect, and I'm not saying personally I think it's perfect, it is the perfect mix of stainless and carbon steels. You get the strength of carbon. It's got quite a bit of carbon in it, at least enough to be strong. It's got the strength of carbon, but it has just enough chromium content in the stainless steel, because 154 CM is technically stainless. It's got enough stainless capabilities to perform better than carbon steels. So imagine your 1095, 1090 HC, imagine you have those, but they don't rust. So super strong, fairly affordable, and it's stainless. So, pow, there you go. Also, price, going into like what is it? There's S90V, I'm pretty sure, S35VN, S30V, all those steels. Man, even a Magna Cut. Now, I'll be honest, I've not looked into Magna Cut prices. All I can say is that from what I hear, they seem to be very expensive. Where 154 CM doesn't seem to be too bad. Now, sure, it's more expensive than 1095, but just in general, it's a very good price compared to the other things. So that's why I picked it. Is it because it's like VG10? Just to be honest, I don't know much about VG10, so I'm not going to talk on that one because I just don't know much about it. Yes, it's very balanced, high carbon, stainless steel, it's very true. So I believe for stainless steel knives, for it to be considered stainless steel, the knife has to have a 30% chromium content or above, I believe. Where 154 CM, once again, I believe, is 33%. It's like just above the 30% mark, or whatever mark it is. It might be 10%. Whatever mark it is, 154 CM is just so slightly above it. So don't quote me on the exact 30% numbers, but you get the point. And then let's see, also heat treatment, cryo. I have done both of those. You didn't know that, I did both. I did heat treating with actual like hot temperatures. And I also did cryo, which is very cold temperatures. And yes, sounds like a great performance combination. Now here's the thing with heat treating, hot heat treating. That will cost a kidney. It is so expensive. Oh my goodness. Very expensive. There was a point where it was costing me like $25 per knife. We would talk about really gouging any profit in a knife. Heat treating stainless steel will do it. So that's why I moved to cryo. Cryo is extremely cheap compared to that, and it does the same thing. Also, my knives are not blue, which is fantastic, because that blue was absolutely killing me, because I had to put these knives in the stonewash forever just to get the bluing of the metal off, where cryo does not blue anything. Man, cryo, I like it, paired with 154 cm, fantastic. Alright, second to last question. How thick is the finished stock on these? Alright. Imagine you have a 1/4 inch piece of steel. So, if I have one of my knives with me, oh, yes I do. Yes I do, I have my, let's see. Imagine you have your 1/4 inch piece of steel, which this is practically a 1/4 inch. Now take like a 30-second off of the 1/4 inch, but it's a millimeter. So this steel, here's my thing. People say that, Jack, you sell everything 100% USA made. Why is your steel measured in millimeters? That's metric. That means it's coming from another country. False. Wrong. My steel is considered unfinished. Let me educate you guys on steel for a second. When I order my steel, and even for 2024 models, this is what's going to happen. When I order my steel, you have two options to order steel. You can order it, I believe, hot rolled, which is unfinished, so you order unfinished, or you can roll it wide belt ground. And here's the thing. These manufacturers make the steel to, we'll just say 3/16. It's going to be a finished 3/16. Or for my steel specifically, I order it finished at 0.187. So that would be the finished 0.187. So here's the deal though. Because to finish steel you need to grind the surface, that means the steel is going to be a little bit thicker than that 0.187. 0.187 inches, by the way. So that way you can grind enough material off to get a clean 0.187. So my steel is designed to be ground down to that, but I love the rough finish on it. I love that, like, just that raw nature of it. And with the cryogenics, it adds another cool feature where without the cryo, it looks really odd. I'll be honest, not a fan of that raw steel, but the cryo takes care of that for some reason. Something with the oxidizing of the steel. Cryo helps clean that up a little bit. Throw in the stonewash, pow, looks fantastic. So finished stock on these is just under a 1/4 inch. It's a millimeter, and the reason why it's millimeter, just to finish this thought up, is because the steel is designed for you to grind more off to the finished 0.187. If I had a micrometer with me, which I have one down at the shop, I would give you an exact measurement, but I know a YouTube reviewer did that, and that's when everyone was like, it's all foreign steel, it's all from another country. Nope, it's just unfinished. Alright, so last question. I didn't even write this one down because I knew I was going to remember it, and that is, what is your favorite car? I'll be honest with you, I do not have a favorite car because I love so many of them. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 model cars on my desk. I'll show off 2 of them. This one matches my sweatshirt, but Porsche GT3, there we go, GT3, just got this one. Let's see, I'll show you another one. Picked this one up in Michigan. Nice Ferrari. Very nice. And might as well show one more since we're in it. This one, a big G-Wagon. So pretty cool. Anyways, what is my favorite car? If I had to give a name, it would be today the 2020 McLaren 600 LT in Moving Blue or Fistral Blue. I'm a big fan of both colors. I've seen Moving Blue quite a few times in person, and the first time I saw it, which I'll put a photo up, that, oh my goodness, that spoke to me so much. I absolutely love it. It looks weird on paper, like printed, it looks weird printed. When you see it in person, when you see how the sun hits it, it just is one of my favorites. And then Fistral Blue, if you're a Porsche enthusiast as well, that would be Miami Blue. But Fistral Blue is so bright, especially when the sun hits it. I'm definitely a fan. Now, that will change because I am a big Pagani guy as well. I love Paganis. Bugattis are cool. It's just everybody likes them. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Bugatti. Just Paganis tend to have more class, at least for my taste. So anyways, I like those. I'm definitely a car guy. I know a lot of knife enthusiasts are like muscle car and classic car enthusiasts as well. And I'll be honest, I have only met one knife seller who liked foreign cars, and he is a Ferrari collector, buys and sells Ferraris, does it for fun. Yeah, so pretty cool guy. I met him at Blade Show last year, and yeah, anyways, super cool dude. But that is my favorite car, McLaren 600 LT, Moving Blue or Fistral Blue. Either will do. And yeah, so pretty neat. I will say, I will end on this one for the questions, that, at least for the car question, that the SUVs have been pulling me in. Like the G63, AMG, G-Wagon, that has really been pulling me in. And same thing with the Urus, Levantes, the Bentegas, those have been pulling me in. But you can't go wrong with a nice two-door, nice V12, V10, something like that. So anyways, hopefully that answers that question as well. Anyways, this has been very fun. I tried to pick the best questions. I tried to pick the ones that kind of covered all different areas. And I really appreciate you guys for asking these. Really just is nice to do. It really is just fun. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments. And if they're super detailed, I'll make a video about it. But if they're just kind of general, like, hey, what water bottle do you carry? Well, I'll just answer you in the comments. Because if I didn't answer your questions before, like I did some posts, I did some just text stuff asking for different questions, what you want to know. I did not answer simply because if I answered, I wouldn't really have to make a video. So anyways, feel free to ask away. If you like knives, you can go to shedknives.com. The Shed Knives movement is growing very, very fast, and I greatly appreciate it. So many of you have picked up 2023 models. There's still a few left on shedknives.com, and I'm excited for the 2024 release. So working on that, getting the 23s out to you awesome people, and we will go from there. So thank you all for watching. My name's Jack. I make knives. Here's a knife, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.